Hello everybody, welcome to another All Maverick reaction series with me, Alan and Jeremy.
Hello.
And we are about to start House of the Dragon. Yeah, shall we get in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, right. So this is episode 1, The Heirs of the Dragon. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
As the first century of the Targaryen dynasty came to a close, the health of the old king, Jaehaerys, was failing.
Lots of names to remember now, Jez.
Yeah, I know.
In those days,
Already stressing me
House
out.
Targaryen stood at the height of its strength.
Okay, this
King
time.
Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity. But tragedy had claimed both his sons, leaving his succession in doubt. In the year 101, the old king called a great council to choose an heir. 14 succession claims were heard, but only 2 were truly considered. Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant, and her younger cousin, Prince Viserys Targaryen.
The Prince Viserys Targaryen.
So you're not fucking happy about that.
Rhaenys, a woman, would not inherit the Iron Throne. Jaehaerys called the Great Council to prevent a war being fought over his succession, for he knew the cold truth. The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
Oh, we're liking it already, Alan. Liking it already.
Jez is already excited. Jez is already in.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of dragon on dragon fighting, isn't there?
That's that shot from the trailer.
Yeah. It's very similar to the penultimate episode in Game of Thrones.
You know I don't like you to go flying while I'm in this condition.
You don't like me to go flying while you're in any condition.
You will lie in this bed soon enough for an error. This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to battle in glory.
The childbed is our battlefield. We must learn to face it with a stiff lip.
Shall we discuss the Heirs tournament, Your Grace?
I would be delighted. Will the Maester's name day prediction hold, Malos?
Perhaps we might delay until the child is in hand.
We're going to need a family tree.
That's such a throne with all them swords.
Okay, maybe the family isn't as weird as
No, I think actually might be father son. I think his brother, isn't he?
He's the brother.
He's the brother
of
of
Daenerys.
and she's the daughter of
That's the
Daenerys.
daughter. Yeah.
Viserys, sorry.
Like dark sister.
But let's expect to see some weird incestuous shit because they are the Targaryens.
Yeah.
Now, you and I both own a small piece of our ancestry.
I'm guessing there might be some uncle-niece stuff going on here.
Kivy.
You're worried your father is about to overshadow you with a son.
I only worry for my mother. I hope for my father that he gets a son. As long as I can recall, it's all he's wanted.
Is it healing?
It has grown slightly, Your Grace.
Oh, what is it? Oh, that's gross.
Can you say yet what it is?
We've sent inquiries to the Citadel. They are searching the text for similar cases.
It's a small cut from sitting the throne. It's nothing.
We should leech it again, Macon.
It's a wound that refuses to heal, Grand Maester. Might I suggest cauterization?
Cauterization would be a wise course of treatment, Your Grace.
Fucking burn it closed.
After this miserable pregnancy, I wouldn't be surprised if I hatched an actual dragon. Has there been any word from your dear brother?
Not since I named him commander of the City Watch.
The tourney. To celebrate the firstborn son that we presently do not have.
This child is a boy, Emma.
Yeah.
I'm certain of it. I've never been more certain of anything. The dream. It was clearer than a memory.
This is the last time. Viserys. I've lost one babe in the cradle, had 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies ended well before their term. I know it is my duty to provide you an heir, and I'm sorry if I have failed you in that I am. But I've mourned all the dead children I can.
Doesn't seem to be a bad guy, does
No,
he?
they seem quite a nice, quite a loving couple, actually.
Daemon on the other side, maybe a bit battle hungry.
Yeah.
My brother's city has fallen into squalor. Crime of every breed has been allowed to thrive. No longer. Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Oh, they're slicing his ass.
I think so.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, they cut his cheeks off. Oh, fucking hell.
Just have your hand off. How he was swinging that sword, I don't think I would have wanted to be either of the soldiers holding him.
God's been good.
The prince cannot be allowed to act with this kind of unchecked impunity.
Yeah.
Your new gold
So this is bringing this the start of the gold cloaks, is it?
Any further performances like last night's will be answered.
Got that smug bastard grin
Yeah.
on him. Look at him. Is that a stressful day at the office?
You are Daemon Targaryen. The king cannot replace you.
Getting flashbacks of the tourney in season 1.
But I promise you will not be disappointed. Queen Emma has begun her labors.
Place your money now. Is it a boy or a girl? It's got to be another girl, right?
Yeah.
His wife's having.
I would humbly ask for the favor.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's, yeah.
Who never was.
Good fortune to you, cousin.
I would gladly take it if I thought I needed it.
She's clearly close with that Collis,
Yes.
or whatever his name is then.
What do you know about this Sir Kristen Cole, Sir?
I'm told Sir Kristen is common-born son of Lord Dondarrion's steward, but other than that, and the fact that he's just unhorsed both.
As the Baratheons are getting done. He's got full evil bastard.
Yeah, he has,
armor on,
yeah.
hasn't he? He looks like he's wearing like armor out of like a Final Fantasy game. That makes me more makes me more convinced he's gonna
fuck him up this time. Oh, you little sneaky bastard.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's not fucking on.
Oh, poor horse.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to joust.
Now, I'm fairly certain I can win these games, Lady Alicent. Having your favor would all but assure it.
Is she a daughter of his?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Good luck, my prince.
Yeah, I think she's a high tower as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
Isn't she?
What's happening? The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Your queen is a strong woman. She's fighting.
That with the crown coming out.
And the day grows ugly. It's been 70 years since King Maegor's end. These nights are as green as summer grass. None have known real war.
Oh, fuck it! Oh, he ripped his skull out!
During a difficult birth, it sometimes becomes necessary for the father to make an impossible choice.
Oh God, here we go.
There is a chance that we can save the child. A technique is taught at the Citadel which involves cutting directly into the womb to free the infant.
That's a horrible choice.
Yeah, they seemed quite happy together though, didn't they? So, you know, if she dies, does he then resent the child? Especially if it's not a boy. So it's just the final.
Yeah, he's the guy that's been beating everyone, right? The other was Cole or whatever his name was.
Yeah, Christian Cole.
They're going to bring the babe out now. I love you.
I hope you've given her plenty of the old milk of the poppy.
Oh, I'd be a bit gentle with her, fuck me.
No. That's not how it's meant to be done.
Making the first incision. Please hold it still. Don't be scared.
Ooh, you bastard.
Oh, is he gonna... He's fucked.
Fucking
He's
broken
fucked.
rail.
And Tony Hawk, get your heart out. Okay, this Christian Cole seems to be a bit of a good warrior, doesn't he? Fucking hell. Oh.
Yield.
He's gonna fucking... You be careful, mate. He might fucking do you still.
I was hoping to ask for the princess's favor.
You better be careful. A fucking axe will probably come flying in the back of his head in a minute. It's not been a good day at the contest.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have a son.
Oh, is a boy? Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. That didn't look like a good face, did it? That wasn't oh, everything's alright kind of face. If a dragon doesn't set that on fire, they've missed a fucking trick.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, shit. Oh dear. Okay,
dear.
baby didn't survive.
Jaehaerys.
There you go, Alan. They're doing it the right way.
Okay. Good. If it had been anything else, it would have been a real fuck up.
These recent tragedies have left you without an obvious heir.
If Daemon were to remain the uncontested heir, it could destabilize the realm.
What are you saying? My brother would murder me. Take my crown.
I mean, you might.
Please.
He's watching like, oh, rumbled.
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
That is only by tradition and precedence, Lord
If order and stability so concerns this council, then perhaps we should...
Yeah, then Daemon will probably just try and marry her.
If we cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect the
wife
realm...
and son are dead! I will not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Well, that didn't go well.
He's having a shit day, isn't he?
How is his grace?
Very low. Which is why I sent for you. I thought you might go to him, offer him comfort.
In his chambers?
Whoa, what?
He'll be glad of a visitor. You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
Oh dear.
What is it, Alicent?
I thought I might come and look in on you, Your Grace. When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles. All I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
To our future?
Quiet! Your prince will speak!
Last night, Prince Daemon bought out one of the pleasure houses on the Street of Silk.
King and council have long rued my position as next in line for the throne. But Dream and
that guy there, he's still in the middle.
Not so easily replaced.
It's like, hurry up, Daemon, it's going floppy.
God's gift just as the gods take away.
He toasted Prince
Especially there's a light
The
on
king's
me.
son.
styling him the heir for a day.
You cut the image of the conqueror, brother.
Did you say it? The heir for a day. Did you say it? My family has just been destroyed. But instead of being by my side over Heirs, you chose to celebrate your own rise! You have no allies at court but me!
Ruth, I see Otto Hightower for what he is.
An unwavering and loyal
A
hand.
cunt! You're weak. And that council of leeches knows it. They all prey on you for their own ends.
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore.
Oh, shit.
You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. And you are to do so without quarrel. By order of your king.
Oh, he's going to be pissed off now.
Yeah. Oh, cut himself on one of the swords. Fucking pointy ass throne.
That is a really cool throne, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to sit on that for a few drinks.
Want a couple of cushions, wouldn't you?
Valerian was the last living creature to have seen old Valyria before the Doom. When you look at the dragons, what do you see? It's important. What do you see?
I suppose I see us. Everyone says Targaryens are closer to gods than to men. But they say that because of our dragons. Without them, we're just like everyone else.
They're a power man should never have trifled with. One that brought Valyria its doom. If we don't mind our own histories, it will do the same to us. Targaryen must understand this to be king. Or queen. I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. I have wasted the years since you were born.
wanting for a son.
But you'll do.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Daemon was not made to wear the crown, but I believe that you were.
I, Corlys Velaryon, Lord of the Tides and Master of Driftmark, promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra.
This is no trivial gesture, Rhaenyra. Dragon's saddle is one thing, but the Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
I, Lord Hobart Hightower, Beacon of the South, Defender of the Citadel, and heir.
A lot of high towers in this, isn't there?
And without deceit.
God, even his dragons looks fucking badass. Uh-oh.
That's Baratheon.
Our histories. They tell us that Aegon looked across the Blackwater from Dragonstone, saw a rich land ripe for the capture. But ambition alone is not what drove him to conquest. It was a dream. And just as Daenerys foresaw the end of Valyria, Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men. It is to begin with a terrible winter. When this great winter comes, Rhaenyra, all of Westeros must stand against it. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire. This secret, it's been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Now you must promise to carry it. Promise me this, Rhaenyra.
I, Viserys Targaryen, first of his name, do hereby name Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Just fucking blasts it.
Just burns them all. All that Game of Thrones music.
She looks pretty begrudging there. Right. Well,
Okay.
there we go. That was The House of Dragons, Episode 1, The Heirs of the Dragon. What did you think, Jez?
I really enjoyed it. I was quite optimistic about the series, and yeah, it's just really got me back into that kind of Game of Thrones mode of. The only thing I was quite. Oh no, you tell me what you thought first, and before we get into the.
No, I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. It was obviously it's the same when you jump into, especially if you hadn't read the original Song of Ice and Fire, like the first.
Yeah,
one.
which I haven't.
There's a lot of names that you have to learn,
Yeah.
a lot of relationships to quickly learn. Same, beginning of this, same as the beginning of the original series. But obviously, I guess we've got a bit of an advantage here in that we know some of these family relationships. We know how society functions within this world. We know these. We've got Lannisters. We've got the Targaryens. We've got the Starks. So we know the establishment of these families. So we know geographically how that all works. We've got a little bit of an advantage. But it is interesting to see, all these other characters, especially when you start seeing characters who have got the same names as characters.
Yeah, and it's nice to
it's
nice to see the families 200 years previous. Or 180, however long it is, just to see how much, because obviously Game of Thrones, obviously the Lannisters were in power at the time and
prominent.
Yeah, it's just quite interesting just to see how they change over time. But I wrongly presumed this series was going to be more of a battle, which it still might turn into, between the Targaryens and the Valyrians, but it seems it's going to be a bit more in-house fighting within the Targaryen family, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very much like an internal battle between, uncle and niece, I guess, is going to be where we'll go.
Yeah.
We obviously have an idea that Viserys, there's something wrong with him, right? He's got that wound on his back that won't heal. Is it the startings of that disease that was going around in Game of Thrones? The one, whatever it's called, the one that makes them almost go scaly?
No, I think that was because they did go... I don't know.
I wasn't sure. When you first saw it from a distance, it looked a little bit like it was that iron scale or whatever the hell that disease was called. Be. But I don't know if it was because it looked goopy, right? So I don't know. But there's obviously something not right with him. He's sick. So how long is he for this? How long has he got?
There's going to be a lot of vultures around Rhaenyra now, isn't there?
Yeah.
So that she's going to be taking the throne. She's obviously going to be part of the council now, moving forward. But it's a really good introduction episode for me. I've really enjoyed it. It set the scene quite nicely.
Yeah, it felt more old Game of Thrones. Now, it was still a little pacier than old Game of Thrones. Like, they went through quite a lot there in in that hour. We did get through quite a lot, but it was very much conversational. Apart from the
brutal tourney. It was absolutely brutal. Yeah.
Well, and the equally brutal rounding up of the criminals.
But they were very small elements, weren't they, of the actual episode?
Exactly. It was quite, and I did like stylistically how they intercut between the tourney and the
birth,
his wife. Going into birth. It was like two equally brutal sides of reality. You know, like if anything, I think the cesarean going on was making me wince more than the people getting axes in their faces. So, but Viserys seems like a good king. Like he seems like a good man. He seems like a man who the weight of the world is very much on his shoulders.
He comes across as a very nice and caring person who is very much in love with his wife. But
not a mad king type.
But I also understand kind of Daemon's point of view that because of how he is, and he is probably too much of a nice guy, or he comes across too much of a nice guy. There are people that probably are taking advantage of him.
Daemon,
yeah. But he's such a mean-looking fucker, isn't he? And his armor is mean-looking, and his dragon's mean-looking.
His armor,
everything about
his armor is straight out of a Final Fantasy game. Like,
but even his the dragon being red, and it was just.
His dragon is very serpentile, and it's very snaky. His dragon, it's very long. It's got like a very long body. If you notice, as they flew away at the end there, it just felt longer than the other dragons in Game of Thrones. This Hightower family are very prominent. The Hightower, is that a name that I...
Hightower was in Game of Thrones, wasn't it? It was the...
Who was the Hightower? Powerful family with strong ties to the Tyrell. The family is a very old existence since the dawn of days when they were petty kings. I don't think they were. I think they were there, but I don't think they were particularly storyline.
Yeah, it's not actually who I was thinking of actually when I just said.
House Hightower is said to be as rich as House Lannister. There you go. But no, I've enjoyed this. I thought it was really good. Imagine being put in that position where you're having to choose between your wife and your kid, it's a fucking horrible situation to be in, wasn't it? That he got into there, but it was. I guess he wasn't really choosing between them, right? Because it was kind of it was like they both die, or maybe just your wife dies, and then they both died anyway.
Yeah, it's almost like you could save the baby, but your wife will definitely die, or they'll both die. Didn't seem much of a choice, to be honest with you, but no,
not really.
I was thinking that the child was probably going to survive, but obviously there was going to be a lot of resentment there from the.
Yeah. And then we saw it have that kind of little cough, and then the guy looked.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay,
And then we were off at the funeral. I'll be interested to see where we go with this Kristen Cole character as well.
Yes.
We didn't get a lot from some of the other more known families. The Baratheons, we heard about them in the tournament. We saw one kind of swearing his fealty at the end there, and we also saw a Stark as well.
Yeah, we didn't see any Lannisters, did we?
No Lannisters there. Yeah, and a good, interesting start point to see where we go from.
Yeah.
As we say, it's got to be Daemon trying to figure out how he can become king, what he can do. And he's an interesting character, right? Because he's very much that hot-headed side of the Targaryens that we would go on to sort of learn about, bringing about the fall of the family. I think, there is a book that kind of delves into some of the details of this, these relationships and some of the stuff that's going on here. It's more historical. It's more like a historical book than a Game of Thrones type fantasy novel. But I know it's something that George R.R. Martin wrote, about all the relationships of the Targaryen family. But I'm avoiding getting any information. From that
might get some
because I'd rather go into this and not know exactly how we get from A to B. We know where B is, right, but we don't quite know how we get there yet. No, I'm excited to see where we go from here. The return of Game of Thrones is good. I want to see what the reception for this is like. A lot of people felt burnt, by the end of the original show.
So I get it, but I hope people that were pissed off about the end of Game of Thrones, I hope they do come into this You know,
this is new
it's
people,
new people.
right?
It's a prequel.
It's not the old create. It's not the same creators. The guys who created Game of Thrones, who did a great job and then kind of got bored and just wanted to sack it off and go and make movies. Hopefully, this is now being made by some people that are like, you know, have that continued passion for Game of Thrones. But yeah, I definitely think there's a little bit of Rhaenyra. Is it Rhaenyra, the daughter? Yeah. She's definitely got a little bit of a Daenerys to her.
Got a Daenerys vibe to her,
personality.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Like, she's got that want for adventure. She's lived very much kind of like a controlled life. She wants to live more. She wants to live more free, right? Like, the idea of being a queen isn't what she wants, but sometimes that's who you need to rule. Somebody who doesn't want the power. But no, good start.
Yeah, looking forward to episode 2.
Well, we will have a slight delay on episode 2, right? We will be doing it, but I'm going to be out of the country for a week. So episode 2 and episode 3 will probably be coming back to back for us. But so that means we might get to do a double bill, Jez. We'll be jumping right in on doing a couple of episodes together.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else you want to chat about in this
one?
No,
I'm good.
Or are we waiting for episode 2?
Eagerly wait episode 2.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Cool. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to like, subscribe. You can leave a comment below. If you have enjoyed it, you can also go to allmaverick.com, where you can check out all our videos, blogs, and podcasts. We do news. We put out news articles on there every day, so check that out. You can also go to twitch.tv/allmavericklive, which is our Twitch channel, where on a Tuesday and Thursday evening we're streaming some of our favourite games. And there is now All Maverick merch.
Allmaverickmerch.com.
allmaverickmerch.com. Head over there if you want to check out some of our merch that ties into TV shows, movies, video games, all that cool stuff. We've got some awesome designs going over there, so please check it out. And if you want to follow us everywhere else, check the description below for all the links to our social channels, including our Discord server. Come and join the Discord server and chat with us a little bit about Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, anything that you are interested in. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.